Here are 19 must-eat restaurants when you visit Miami. Let me tell you why. The Miami food scene just gets better and better every time I come for a visit. Its culinary landscape blends beloved classics you can't skip with a wave of innovative new restaurants where some of the country's top chefs serve everything from high-end tasting menus to casual street eats. Miami's unique blend of Latin, Caribbean, and international influences means every meal is an adventure, especially when you're soaking up in that famous Miami sun. And if you have any favorites of what I missed, definitely let me know in the comments. Also, if you want to dig deeper into my food adventures, make sure you are subbed, of course, and make sure you check out the Let Me Tell You Why newsletter and podcast that has restaurant news, interviews, and more with the most important people in the food community. Link in bio. Tinta y Cafe has been a favorite in Miami for 17 years, serving Cuban classics like croquetas, sandwiches, cafecitos, and even being recognized with a Michelin Bib Gourmand. Last time I was here, I grabbed their Noche Antara and their Bori breakfast sandwich. I needed more, so I landed this trip and went straight to the Coral Gables location. First, the breakfast sandwich, which is scrambled eggs, Swiss cheese, crispy ham, and guava jam on their sweet medianoche bread.
It is simple, it is savory, it is sweet, and it hits on every single level. The guava is really nice and sweet, which is nice. Obviously, the ham and the cheese and the eggs coming together is always perfection. And then you're getting like a nice egginess and a little bit more sweetness from the medianoche bread.
And then I got the Maderito, which has sweet plantains, pork, caramelized onions, contemplado, Swiss, and garlic aioli on Cuban bread.
The bread is so crusty and so buttery. Really nice sweetness coming from those plantains. Like the luscious, umptious, super savory pork. Swiss cheese is great. And then the garlic aioli. This is, god damn, this bite is fantastic. And some nice sweetness from the caramelized onions. That is a bite. I think I like this better. Shout out to the coffee too. The coffee is great.
So want this guide in written form with a downloadable Google map, all of my favorite spots to drink, stay at, and more? Check out the Miami guide I've written on Substack, QR code here, and link in bio. A true Miami gem is Zak the Baker in Wynwood, a local icon with its colorful rainbow striped facade and fresh artisan breads and pastries all made from scratch. It was a must visit for breakfast, and I got a bunch to try.
All right, it is a cold for Miami morning. I'm loving this weather. It's like 65, the sun is shining, it's great. So I'm sitting outside by myself, which I also prefer. Even got a hot cup of coffee. Even me not complaining about this weather, there's like a chill in the air. So I was like, you know what? For the first time almost ever, not gonna do the iced coffee for once. Maybe I'll do this and I get an iced coffee after, but you know, a little hot coffee.
Pan au chocolat.
It's really light, really buttery, just enough crustiness, and then just like that bitterness and sweetness from the chocolate right in the middle. Great layers.
Guava and cheese pastelito.
Again, so flaky. So it had a little extra crunch that I really like. So buttery, just a little guava flavor coming through. And I like the sort of like ooziness of the cheese coming out with the flakiness.
Their tuna melt is on their hot pressed sourdough country wheat bread, and of course has tuna, sharp cheddar cheese, tomatoes, fresh tarragon, and cranberries.
The crunch, oh my god. They made choices, which I appreciate. Me personally, I don't think I would have added a tomato, and they went with the tomato, and it works, it's fine. They have the cranberries in there, a little tiny sweetness, a little tiny tartness. Again, not something I would maybe be like, oh yeah, I want that in tuna melt, but it does work in tuna, so that tastes great also. Good gooey factor, mayo-y in there, sharp cheddar cheese sort of cutting through the whole thing. But my favorite thing, I mean, listen, they're known for the bread. The bread is incredible. I love how cheese and butter are like oozing out of all the little crevices in there. It's a very solid bite. As much as I can eat tuna for breakfast, it is like 8:15 in the morning. So it's like, you know what, let me get the lobdon eggs, and then we have a little more breakfast too. Again, listen, it's all about this bread. That whole wheat bread is so good. I'm very happy. Easily, it has to be one of the best breakfast places in Miami. All right, so I was packing up my stuff. I asked for a check, and there's a different server helping me, you know, get my plates away. And she's like, wait, did you try the flourless olive oil cake? And I was like, no. She's like, oh, I'll be right back. And like, it's so funny. People think that like, because of the following that I have, I might get free stuff. She doesn't know who I am. I mean, obviously she sees me filming. I think good staff is like, wow, this person ordered a lot. They love food. We want them to have this amazing experience. You need to try this. No, you have to try this. Oh my God, this looks thick. Oh, oh, oh my God, yeah. It's so unbelievably good. It is like thick and kind of moist and really subtle, a little lemon flavors. I hate to step away from this. Oh.
Check out jeremyjshop.com for Let Me Tell You Why, Egg Salad Santo, and lots more merch, perfect for the summer. Link in bio. Joe's Stone Crab might be the most iconic restaurant in South Beach, serving legendary seafood since 1913. Packed every night and for a good reason. Let's talk about what I loved. One, just being there was a scene, and I think you absolutely have to experience this meal at least once in your life. All the fresh seafood was of course amazing. The hash brown potatoes are an absolute must. Look at this lobster mac and cheese with white cheddar and buttered breadcrumbs. Maybe the best deal at any restaurant is their fried chicken, which is $8.95 for half a chicken. That's because they refuse to raise the price, wanting at least something for everyone to be able to afford on the menu. And you can't leave without their key lime pie. But okay, let's talk about stone crabs, which have been on the menu since the 20s. You order by size, and they come out boiled, chilled, and with the Joe's famous mustard sauce. Just like a lot of shelled food, it just feels like a lot of work and very little payoff, especially for the price. They were fine, but not nearly a favorite compared to everything else I ordered. As a vessel for the mustard sauce, great though. Chef Mike Salmonoff has finally brought his celebrated cuisine to Miami with the opening of Aviv at One Hotel. The restaurant radiates a vibrant yet relaxed atmosphere, blending the energy of Miami with the spirit of Tel Aviv. The menu features many of his beloved classics alongside inventive new dishes crafted especially for South Beach, incorporating local ingredients and flavors. So you can order a la carte, but really you want to do the $75 per person Taim shared tasting menu. Each meal starts with the salatine and house-made saluf bread. Great way to get a little taste of everything. Beets, carrots, cabbage, eggplant, fennel, pickles. And you pick one of their 5 hummuses. I got the one of shiitake, maitake, onions, and dill. Each person then picks one thing from the meze menu. I got the Moroccan cigars with spiced beef, tahina, and spicy honey. The tuna barica, look at that beautiful yolk. And my favorite, the smoked sweet potato with French onion labna, caviar, and chives. You each also get something bigger from the al-Haish section of the menu. We got the pargyot skewered chicken thighs with pickle kumquat. The starad tzatziki was a sleeper, but maybe my favorite dish on the menu was the mushroom shishlik of green onion, hazelnuts, and olives. I got their fig stachio Manhattan, which was fantastic, and then you each pick a dessert. I love the key lime kanaf. We are in Miami after all. But they also have soft serve and this coconut malabi of passion fruit and chocolate bar. Mandolin is a little slice of Greece in Miami, and I love just sitting outside and being transported to the Aegean coast when I'm there. Great vibes and great food, even receiving a Mission Bib Gourmand. This is definitely a spot to order a bunch of small plates and share. Too much on the menu to choose from, but here's what I got that day. The Turkish sampler gets you hummus, tomato, and eggplant dips with seasoned crudité.
Super, super creamy, really nutty. That's what I want.
Their house-cut fries with garlic Greek yogurt are some of my favorite fries ever.
Those are my perfect fries. Super crispy, sweet potato, a little bit of salt.
Tomato and feta was just stunning with super fresh tomatoes and all that salt from the feta and the olives.
Really juicy, love the texture, really salty from that feta, beautiful olive oil. Everything I want.
The Ali Nazik is ground lamb over a smoked eggplant yogurt.
It's like really nice, warm spices, balancing perfectly with that eggplant yogurt sauce. So like a little bit of bitterness, cooling it down a bit. And just like reduced down, tastes great.
Greek village salad, which I added chicken to.
Oh, super tender, really juicy. Everything's just like really simple, seasoned really well. I'm happy.
And to finish, you gotta get the spanakopita.
No, that's the best one on the menu. It's so flaky, it's so buttery. Still that spinach flavor coming through, which is so nice. A little bit of sweetness. Love the onions in there. I love this. Oh my God.
I may have had a late night out and continued the decades-old tradition of Miamians heading to Puerto Sagua on South Beach for a breakfast that will help heal everything. Open since 1962, it doesn't look like much has changed since then, and I love it. I sat down at the counter and got a black coffee, some buttered Cuban bread, a plate of eggs and ham. Truly healed. Coral Gables has the first crispy rice bar, Miss Crispy Rice. You can order off the menu, or they have two omakase options, which are a mix of sashimi, crispy rice, nigiri, hand rolls, and more. A 14 course for $87 or a 16 course for $125. Both are honestly super cheap for what you get. I got the 16 course, plus tasted a few other things, and honestly, just kind of look at the menu and see what you want, because you can't go wrong a la carte or omakase. Here were some of my favorite bites. Let's start with those crispy rices, 9 on the menu, and I honestly could have just filled up on these, but this spicy tuna was my favorite. Mixed jirashi bowl with all the good stuff. These pork soup dumplings. Torched A5. Yes, latkes are on the menu. Don't ask any more questions, just go with it and enjoy it. You can make your own hand rolls. And coming soon to the menu are these new sourdoughs. They are still getting perfected, so they might be a little different, but all 3 came on these beautiful, thick, cut and toasted potato bread. Absolutely, completely stuffed. And if you're looking for more of a straightforward omakase, check out their sister restaurant downtown, Mr. Omakase. Chug's Diner is Miami's Michelin Bib Gourmand recognized Cuban diner with some fun, modern spins and takes on classic diner dishes. First up was their coffee lemonade, which combines coffee with freshly squeezed lemon juice, honey for sweetness, and sparkling water.
I mean, not shocking. It's like lemonade hitting you here, and then coffee hitting you here, and then lemonade hitting you here, and coffee hitting you here. Just let yourself. Subtle in both directions.
If I see latkes, I'm ordering latkes, and these are their take, which is made out of the root veggie malanga and has a guava applesauce, sour cream, and saison complete to seasoning.
You got that crunch, you got the creaminess. Really ridiculously salty. Satisfies as a latke, so all I can ask for.
Next was their lechon hash with fried eggs, mojo onions, and lechon asado.
Meat is so super tender. Love the potatoes in there. The onions are like add this really nice layer of sweetness. Wow. I'm gonna go to town on this.
And finally, their cast iron pancake, which is slow cooked in clarified butter and cast iron, which gives it a golden crispy exterior while keeping the inside fluffy and soft. And it has this warm maple syrup. This thing is like the size of a cake.
It was really thick, really buttery. Love that salt on there. Wow. Dense beyond belief. I love it just like soaking up that syrup though. I mean, I feel very good. That truly satisfied. It tasted really great. Love sort of the variations of like a little bit of Cuban stuff here, a little bit of diner stuff here, some more fusion, some less fusion, but any menu where I could get a giant pancake the size of a like literal cake, latkes, and a good fucking breakfast, I am happy.
When someone says Miami hotspot, I don't think this is what you picture, but honestly, I'd much rather eat at a place like Tam Tam, where the food takes center stage instead of the flashy decor. Their menu is packed with incredible Vietnamese dishes, making this Michelin Bib Gourmand recognized restaurant in downtown Miami a true gem. Here's what I got. Known more for their wines, but I started with the Terra beer to make me feel like I was back in Korea. Scallop pomelo goy is coconut, nukcham, rice patty herb oil, crispy garlic and herbs. Dragon shrimp crudo are these Key West pink strip with lemongrass, ginger, shrimp oil, cilantro, and watermelon radish. Lotus root salad with pork belly, shrimp, pickles, herbs, crispy shallot, peanuts, and rice crackers for each bite. Shimeji mushrooms of dill, a long sauce, peanuts, and nukcham. Tam Tam wings are coated in a fish sauce caramel with crispy garlic, cilantro, and lime. Rich, sweet, crunchy. Bone marrow on sourdough with a garlic herb salad and bird eye chili fish sauce. My favorite was the lamb wrap situation, which wraps in a bay leaf, lamb, banhor noodle, cucumber, lettuce, scallion oil, bean curds, and herbs. The lamb was so juicy. And to finish, their seasonal soft serve, which was actually durian. So they got a little funk in there too. Just blown away by the flavors in every single dish. Las Olas Cafe has award-winning Cuban sandwiches and more right on South Beach, blending authentic flavors with a neighborhood vibe. I was a little overwhelmed with the menu and what to get, but I went with the pan con lechon, that's roasted pork, mojo, and onions on Cuban bread.
I mean, just beyond juicy, so fatty, so beyond flavorful. Nice crusty bread. I like those onions in there. It's like that little sourness coming through that's cutting through all that fat in the pork and those sweetness in the pork. It just makes it, unbelievable. Super simple. So satisfying.
To see the growth of Motech has been so much fun. I was blown away when I tried their Eastern Mediterranean food from just a tiny shop buried in a diamond mall years ago to now multiple locations all over Miami and now soon to come New York City.
It's so crazy being here and seeing this like enormous, beautiful, fantastic space. Last time I was here was a few years ago. It's where they started. They had like a little tiny kiosk in this like random, shady, like diamond mall or something. It was like, I think their kitchen is like 3 times bigger than a whole other space is. And it was good then, and I'm excited to see how good the food is now that they've expanded and like gotten the acclaim they deserved.
This menu is big and is a dream, and it's hard to nail down, but I started with their zucchini cake latkes, which come with a sweet labna.
You guys know me. I'm always savory, salty more than sweetness. I understand why it works. I don't know if I would really want that. I think like as sweet as I want for my latkes is applesauce. I get the intention, but just as latke themselves, really crispy, just a little cream in the middle, full of potato and onions that I like, and then just like little zucchinis in there too.
6 oven pitas on the menu, and I got the New York, which has house smoked pastrami, mustard, caramelized onions, garlic confit, and a little arugula salad.
We're gonna fold in and eat like a pizza because I'm from New York City, and anything that sort of seems like a pizza, I'll turn it into a pizza. It needs a little bite of the arugula too. Oh no, that pita has the beautiful char on the outside. It is soft and chewy and salty on the inside. Great pita. Like, put anything on that pita and I'll be perfectly fine. Pastrami is really salty and peppery. That's really nice. Caramelized onions for a little bit of sweetness. Mustard a little there too. But that arugula adds just like a tiny bit of bitterness. The dressing adds a little acidity in there. It needs it to sort of like fully compose that bite. That's good. That's really good.
But then the dish that made me love Motech, the arrayas, which come with both a tahini and a harissa aioli.
All right, you guys know the rules. If arrayas are on the menu, I'm ordering arrayas. Oh, it's so good. All right, so these arrayas I had before. They were what I needed the first time I got here. They've even had their Burger Bash a few years in a row. They won Burger Bash a few years in a row. They're so good. And they come with a tahini and a little harissa aioli. I can go a little bit of both. Get a little nuttiness, get a little more fat, get a little heat. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is the bite right here. Oh my God. It is just flavor exploding out of the bite. The pita is so crazy crispy, still really soft in the middle. And by cooking the meat in the middle of it, all that juice and fat from the meat pours out, seeps into the pita itself. It's such a good bite. They look seasoned and they look super crispy. That is a starchy, crispy, good fry.
Sitting outside for lunch at Abbalé is a must every time I visit Miami. Good vibes and great Mediterranean dishes. You can't go wrong, but here are some of my faves. You have to start with the crispy cauliflower, which are fried with a tamarind glaze, tahini, and smoked salt. Oh, These lamb kefta arrayas that come with tahini, toom, and a harissa mayo. One of my favorite dishes ever. Just so crunchy and so juicy. Great salads on your menu. I could go with the fattoush, I could go with the sabich. Both, though, I add the sumac chicken with. And the tahini hummus with jammy eggs and a super soft fire-baked pita is fantastic. Don't skip dessert either. The baklava, the lemon olive oil cake, and this dark chocolate banana bread is great. Offsite in Miami's Little River area is a nano brewery known for its chill vibes, local beers, and standout sandwiches. Their country Cuban is Duroc pork, Benton's aged country ham, Swiss, tangy pickles, Kewpie mayo, and mustard.
It's one of the best texture experiences I've had with almost any sandwich. It is so nice and crusty on the outside. Listen, with Cubans, you always want it to be crusty. There's something very special about that crust. Just like a nice, super tender, super juicy meat. Love that extra layer of fat with that Kewpie mayo in there too. Oh man, dude, this is good.
Also, shout out to these incredible fries.
Super salty, nice and just crisp on the outside, but soaking in a lot of potato, which is honestly the exact way I like to enjoy fries. I want to taste that potato.
One of my favorite places to drink in Miami is Bodega. You will definitely find me there with the tequila on the rocks in hand. But even if I'm not there that night, I'm probably ordering in this breakfast burrito at 4 in the morning that has scrambled eggs, black bean refrito, bacon, avo, jack cheese, yuca, tomato, onion, cilantro, and a salsa rosada.
The first burrito test is how does it feel in the hands? And it feels good in the hands. Starch and fat and protein and the eggs. So we call a lifesaver burrito, a lifesaver breakfast burrito. It's good.
La Natural is making incredible wood-fired sourdough pizza and more in the up-and-coming Little River area. Here's what to order. Started with the Little Gem salad with roasted onion and a white miso dressing. Then a trio of apps, the anchovies, the mortadella with pecorino, and the rosemary sourdough, which of course I made little sandwich bites with. Now, even though it's only on the dinner menu and I was there for lunch, I was able to charm them enough to try their Japanese sweet potato with buckwheat and brown butter. I ate these every single day, and I couldn't leave without trying this standout take. But now, onto their pizzas, which are made with the 48-hour cold fermented sourdough. First was the burrata of tomato sauce and basil, tomato sauce, Calabrian chili, provolone, and oregano, and finally a white sauce pie with mild mushrooms, fontina, and parsley. It's pillowy soft, so salty, dripping in amazing olive oil. I mean, with just how impactful the flavor was in the dough, it almost reminded me of Tokyo style. Pura Vida has taken over Miami and even expanded to New York City with its fresh and healthy foods, big vibes, and different coffee drinks. It's probably too expensive to be honest, but I do really like their turkey egg wrap that comes on a whole wheat wrap with soft-boiled eggs, spinach, mozzarella, feta, sweet potato, turkey bacon, avo, saltine mushrooms, and has a side of green harissa.
I would eat this every single morning breakfast, honestly. Egg, avocado, spinach, sweet potato, which I love. It is just like all healthy things that I'm very, very into. And with that harissa, you're adding, a little bit of heat. A little bit of heat. And the banana coffee was good, but I'm happy with just the black coffee, honestly.
In Miami, you gotta get the Sanguich and order these two sandwiches. The pan con bistec layers onto their perfect Cuban bread, mojo rojo, sous vide beef, pickled red onions, tomatoes, and Swiss cheese. That's brushed with lard and pressed, and when it comes out, fresh fried shoestring potatoes are placed inside.
Immediately, it's that texture, that perfect texture of the bread. Nice crunchy potatoes in there too. And just like layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. And it's like a little bit of sweetness. What a bite.
And of course, you need a classic Cubano. That piles on their house-made yellow mustard, garlic lechon, which has been marinated for 24 hours, house-made ham, house-made pickles, and of course, you need Swiss cheese.
What's really cool is by using that lard instead of the butter, we're able to get like super, super crusty on the outside without burning it. So just like a really unique texture bite. And obviously the classic Cuban flavors, all just elevated, everything made in house. Like it's, you can taste it. You taste it in that bite. You taste the difference. It is a damn good bite.
Makoto Bal Harbor has a menu full of amazing Japanese food, but the dish is the spicy tuna crispy rice, which has brown butter and burnt soy sauce painted on right at the end. Ugh, what a dream.
The brown butter and burnt soy that was just like, ooh, brushed on it at the end. Oh, it made me like feel things I didn't realize I could feel just watching it, but this is one of my favorite bites in the entire world. You know what you're getting when you have like spicy tuna, crispy rice, super crispy, all texture, a little heat. Jalapeno adds like a nice little heat on top of the heat already. That brown butter, it's not overpowering. It was just, you know, very lightly put on there, but it adds such like a depth of flavor to this. Just like right at the end, it's one of those things like, ooh, as I didn't tell you it was on there, like, you'd be like, huh, there's something in this. There's something else in this bite that's making me feel like it's good, and that's what it is. God damn.
Thanks so much for watching. If you don't want to miss one bite, make sure you are subbed, and here are a few other videos I think you'd love.